Hello, everyone. This is Friendly Canadian, and I am here to just read all the horrible reviews that Pinocchio has been getting recently. I've watched this film 2 times, and I can say that it's my favorite film of the year. Like, I was not expecting a Pinocchio movie out of all things to be one of my favorite movies of all time. Just the dark themes, basically not treating its audience like fucking babies, like what the major studios have been doing recently. It feels so genuine and heartbreaking at times. And then we go to Rotten Tomatoes, which is the make and break when it comes to ratings. Like, it has a 97, has an 85, but you want to know where all those reviews that makes it 85? Yeah, I'm about to show you. It's the most fucking stupid fucking thing ever. It's like the most stupid fucking reviews. Like like this one. I was not aware of this movie. I thought I was buying tickets to another Pinocchio movie with Tom Hanks. We were disappointed to see stop motion animation, which I was never a fan of. I've never heard a single person say that stop motion animation is like basically terrible, because from the sounds of it, it sounds like they don't like it. Which, I mean, yeah, I can get it. Sometimes it can be like a little creepy if it's animated weirdly, but like, who actively bashes it? It's like, I don't get that. But we did see about half the movie before leaving. It's just disappointing that it wasn't the movie that I thought it was. Now we had to save up and see the Tom Hanks Pinocchio. Why are you criticizing the movie when it was the fucking movie theater's fault? Actually, it was probably your fault because you got confused about what Pinocchio was. So it's not even the movie's fault. That's just your fault. I'm sorry. That just pisses me off. Bleh! Terrible, way dark, sad and depressing. Definitely not a child's movie either. Way to run a movie or Disney movie, ruin a Disney movie. Jesus, they cannot spell. First of all, it's public domain. It has nothing to do with Disney. Yeah, and the whole entire movie revolves around how dark, sad, and depressing it can be, but it's also pretty much saying we can have kids movies that can actually stand on their own, that can be dark and have intense themes instead of surface level themes that they really don't want to get into. Like, if they have a theme, then they'll probably soften the blow and not fully go out with it. With this Pinocchio, I feel like there's no fucking compromises at all, besides maybe some studio interference with that fucking like whole entire like shit dancing scene or whatever it was. I thought that scene was a polar contrast of what the fucking movie was trying to do personally, but it wasn't really that irritating. Yeah, again, animation was neat, but the storyline was much darker and I lost interest quickly. I'm a Minions viewer. There isn't a fucking banana and quirky catchphrases. Oh, clearly you haven't made an omelet, fucking audience. It's like, yeah, you can have a storyline that's dark in a fucking kids movie. I bet they watch fucking Disney movies and they're just like, oh yeah, this is way too dark, but showing fucking Mufasa being trampled in the goddamn canyon, yeah, that's good. Bambi getting shot, that's good. Frollo literally burning in fire, that's good. That's okay, but when it comes to this, it's like, oh, it's too dark. Yeah, shut up. Dark Material, reflection on fascist government in Second World War Italy. Technically terrific. 2 stars. What? Why is it 2 stars? You said technically terrific. So is it good or is it not? Number one thing about this movie, don't show Kanye. He'll definitely be like, they're making them the bad guys. What the fuck? Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention. This movie has fascism in it and Mussolini and Nazis, because I can't really say that on YouTube, but you know. This movie was rated PG and my 7-year-old son didn't stop crying. We've watched the original Pinocchio movie, and on this version, not only it started with a death of a child, Lord forbid, due to war, but also the whole movie showed war, shooting Mussolini in a twisted version of the original. This should be a PG-13 movie. I had to explain my son why a child died on a bombered church, so we can't show fucking deaths anymore. You can't show war. It's not like it was showing war like as like fucking basically American propaganda where it's just like, oh yeah, war's good. No, they're showing how bad war is. Also, twisted version of the original. Have you read the original? Have you seen the original? Yeah, Pinocchio's a dick, and also he dies at the end by hanging himself. Yeah, the original that you're talking about. I don't know if you're talking about the book or the fucking Disney movie because it's not connected to Disney at all. It's an independent studio, so I don't know what your fucking argument is there. It was very odd, not your usual kids movie. Perhaps it was a story that was originally written. It was clearly not the Disney version. Well, no shit. Mussolini was the character in it. There was some hell and war references. It was 2 hours long, 2 hours plus long, plus reviews. So it seemed interminable. A lot of the time in the belly of the whale, it should have been 90 minutes tops. Not a great movie. Okay, there's a lot to unravel here. The time that this is set in, it's literally World War II at that point. So it's literally relevant to the story. Also, the movie isn't pulling a Kanye where it's basically saying that they're good. It's having a controversial take saying that they're bad. That the Nazis were bad. Whoa, how crazy is that? Yeah, a lot of time in the belly of the whale, that lasted like 10 minutes. Dude, like how bad is your ADD? It was like around 10 or 20 minutes. It would have been 90 minutes tops. I think everything was crammed perfectly in. I don't think there's any compromises that need to be made at all. So yeah, that's pretty much the reviews that made it into a 85. I feel like it would have almost got around like 95 if all these fucking dumbass people weren't leaving reviews like that. Like, if you have a problem with dark films, don't see them. And if your child is okay with it, then make them watch it. Like, it doesn't matter. If you know that your kid can't handle it, then he can't handle it. But don't blame the fucking movie for that. Pinocchio is a flawed movie, but I really enjoyed it. I really did. And I think Netflix inclusion of like bringing it to their service will just basically make people forget about the fucking live action one from Disney. Because this Pinocchio actually has heart, and Disney's is just fucking filled with coal at this point. Personally, for me, it would be like a 9 out of 10. It's a pretty solid movie, and it's one of my favorites. If it gets a DVD release, I'm definitely buying that shit. Anyways, subscribe if you want to, like if you want to, even comment if you want to. I don't care. You do you. Have a good day.